Hello, welcome back to Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel. My name is Marla. Today I'm sharing this magical Christmas card featuring the Mountain Scape Slimline die that was released in November. Let's jump right into the products. I'm using the Kat Scrappiness Distressed Edge Rectangle, the Slimline Mountain Scape die. It comes with 3 dies, the mountains, the snow caps, and the tree line. Obviously, it fits on a Slimline card, but I am going to share today how I used it on an A2 size card. I'm going to be doing some ink blending with some Distress Oxide. I did cut out the Mountain Scape die and a piece of the Distressed Edge rectangle. I did use the largest rectangle and I cut that out using Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, and the cardstock that I used for the Mountain Scape is just one from my collection. As I said, we're doing a little bit of ink blending with the Distress Oxides. I started with my Speckled Egg, and then I'm going to bring in the Stormy Sky. I'll blend that out with Weathered Wood, and then I'm going to go all around the edges with the Hickory Smoke. And these are all, the paper that I was using had gray undertones to it, so it's kind of, there's a brown with a little bit of a gray undertone, maybe like a taupe. And then the tree lines were more of a black, so I just wanted to make sure that I was using colors that were complementary to the paper that I was using. It doesn't look like it's blended very well, but actually it's beautiful, and you'll see in the final photograph that once everything dries back, that it's a gorgeous color combination. I'm going to take my Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer and I'm going to add a little bit of water and splatter to this. I actually get a little bit more water on it than I wanted, so I am going to have to come in with my Ranger heat tool and do a little bit of drying. If you didn't catch the November release, there are product videos, and you can go to the Kat Scrappiness Insiders page and see tons of inspiration with the new product that has been released. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure that you do so. Ring the bell so that you're notified whenever we do upload a video. I used some Lawn Fawn, what's it called? It's called Liquid Stardust. I added a little bit of water to it, and I'm doing some ink splattering so I get some nice shimmer in that sky, and we are going to start building our scene. I love these dies. They make beautiful, quick, and easy cards. Here I'm taking the mountains, and I am going to layer on that snow cap, and then I'm going to lay down the tree line. Now I'm not going to adhere the tree line just yet. I'm just going to lay it on top, and then I'm going to tape it because I'm going to take it over to my Vagabond and I'm going to die cut it using that same Distressed Edge rectangle die that I used for my base, and I'm going to get a matching edge. So instead of having the stitched edge at the bottom, I'm going to have that distressed edge. So I am going to bring it up just a little bit. I do end up cutting my trees, so there's a very thin border right where I have that tape, and it is going to cut through that and separate some of my trees, but that's no big deal. The thing that was important to me was making sure that the edge matched the sky that I just created. So I've taped the tree line down. I'm going to tape down this die, and then I'll take it over to my Vagabond and I'll have a beautiful piece to use. I am going to add some double-sided foam adhesive to those tree lines. I do that off camera. I don't think that you need any instruction on how to use foam tape. I do use a 1/4 inch foam tape. I cut some of it in half so that I can get into the skinny parts of the trees, but I love to pop things up. I think it just adds a little bit more interest. Here I used a circle die. I'm going to add a little bit of that hickory smoke around the edges. I needed a moon because I'm going to bring in a Santa stamp from my stash, and I am going to stamp Santa flying across the sky. So I'm checking to see where I wanted to place it. I know where I want to place it. I'm using my art glitter glue. The art glitter glue is not available until the spring. It does not ship in the winter because of the cold weather. It can freeze. All of the other Kat Scrappiness products that I've used will be listed in the description box below, as well as links. If you click on those links, it will send you directly to the store and you can get a look at the products. Now you notice there's going to be a little bit of a gap between the sleigh and the moon and the reindeer and the moon. We're going to easily fix that. This is why I stamped it in black. I am going to stamp my sentiment in a gray ink, kind of a charcoal gray ink. But here I'm using my micron pen. These are great little pens. They have very fine tips. It makes it easy to fill in those gaps. And just like that, it looks like there was no misstamping on that. And it was just that the moon obviously is a little bit higher. So here I'm going to line everything up. And you see how beautiful that border matches. That's why I used the die on the Mountain Scape. Here I'm going to put my sentiment on. As I said, I did pop up the tree line, so I wanted to make sure that I got my sentiment on before I put that foam tape onto the front of the card. This is just another sentiment from my stash. As I said, I'm using a charcoal grayish. I didn't want to use black. I wanted to use more in the gray tones, and so I'll stamp it twice, get a beautiful impression. And now we're going to add those tree lines. And see, it lines up beautifully because I did use that deckled edge without adhering the tree line first. So just make sure that you use your tape and tape it down with the frame, and you'll have that beautiful edge, and you can still pop up your trees. I decided that I wanted some stars in the sky. Now I do have some beautiful star stencils, but I wanted to go a little bit extra on this one. If you have not seen the mini ornate jewels in the Kat Scrappiness store, they are gorgeous. They're kind of like a circle and a rhinestone. So beautiful. There's a silver tone to them. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece of bling. I'm going to add these as my stars. As you saw, I do have the Kat Scrappiness embellishment case, and that is how I keep all of my little goodies together. These are my little embellishment trays. That is the Kat Scrappiness embellishment tool. It makes picking up these jewels very easy. I use the other end to move things around where I want them. So I'm going to play around a little bit with placement, and then I'm going to pick it up with that embellishment tool and glue them down. And that's how easy it is to work with these rhinestones with this embellishment tool. Once I get everything glued into place, that's going to be my finished card. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I do have my channels, my social media listed in the description box below. I am on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Mad About Cards and Crafts. I have an Instagram channel or an Instagram page. And Kat Scrappiness also has an Instagram page where if you tag them, they would absolutely love to share your projects on their Instagram page as well. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my card. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure that you leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Should I have added the bling, or should I have left the bling off and used a stencil instead? I like the added sparkle. I'm a sparkly type of girl, so To me, it just added a little bit of extra to the card. You'll see that that little triangle tray, I'm going to pull the lid off my little embellishment holder, and those are going to pour right in really easily, and that is a great tool to have. I'm going to add a little bit of Stardust Stickles. I'll show you a final close-up of my card. Again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a fantastic day.